Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cody, Nebraska, where the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs have traveled to Cody-Kilgore High School to take on the Cowgirls in girls varsity action here this afternoon. 19 minutes to the opening tip between these two teams. Glad to have you along with us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. We will step aside for just a minute, take a look at some of our sponsors, and be back with starting lineups in just a little while. So 18 and a half minutes now to the opening tip between Gordon-Rushville and Cody-Kilgore. Thanks again for joining us. Hi, I'm Clint Anderson, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Wherever we're broadcasting from, you can bet that I got there in a Ford vehicle from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. I've been a Sides and Milburn customer for over 20 years, and I can't imagine going anywhere else to buy or trade vehicles. I may be able to find a cheaper vehicle somewhere else, but the hometown service I get at Sides and Milburn Ford is worth way more than a trip to Rapid City or Denver. I hope you enjoyed today's game. And when you're ready to trade vehicles, stop in and see the good folks at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Back to girls varsity pregame action. Just under 16 minutes to the opening tip of today's action. Glad to have you along here. And if you have missed any of this season's games that we have broadcast, don't forget that those games are available for viewing anytime on the website. We keep those games up for a very long time. So if you'd like to go back and check in on a game you might have missed, feel free to do that at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. In addition, games are being replayed on Great Plains Communications Channel 2. So if you're a Great Plains subscriber, check it out. Those games, we don't have yet. I know that through the early part of this week, 7 o'clock each night, they were replaying Hay Springs games. Not exactly sure what the schedule is for sure, but check in, as they say, check your local listings and stay tuned to Great Plains Communications Channel 2. Let's take a look at some of the sponsors for today's action. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles and what they can do for your insurance rates. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon or call Bob at 282-2080. And the good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and his crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at Gordon True Value, downtown Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Scher of Scher Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Main Street and see her in person in Gordon. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in at 134 North Main Street in Gordon or give them a call at 282-0050. And Essence provides beautiful, fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion. They have a great selection of fine wines and gift items. And Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so plan ahead. Don't wait till the last minute. Stop in and see the good folks at Essence, 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And, of course, our other sponsors, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, and Great Plains Communications. Just under 13 minutes to the opening tip of today's game. Certainly glad you could join us here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Like to take this opportunity to remind you that if you're not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal Star, you certainly should be. It is just a click away by going to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions and check out the online edition that is available on Tuesdays before the paper copy is available to anyone else. And the online edition also has the benefit of being available in full color. So check that out, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. We'll step aside, get some starting lineups for you, and we'll be back in just a minute. Well, let's take a quick look at these two teams and some starting lineups. 9.5 minutes to the opening tip here between Cody-Kilgore and Gordon-Rushville. For the Cody-Kilgore Cowgirls, a very young team and their record shows it. They come in to this game with a record of 0-10 on the season. Only 2 seniors on the roster for the Cowgirls this season. Let's take a look at their starters. Number 20 is Morgan Wobig. She is a 5'5" sophomore. Number 22 is Sydney Adamson. She is a 5'8" freshman. Number 24 is Tiandra Barnes. She is a 5'7" junior. Number 34, Jalen Ravenscroft, is a 5'7" sophomore. And number 44, Courtney Galloway, a 5'7" freshman. So a very, very young lineup out on the floor for the starting 5 this afternoon for the Cody-Kilgore Cowgirls. For the Mustangs, they come into today's matchup with a record of 8-5. They've had a couple of 4-game win streaks, and they're hoping to start another one here this afternoon. They are really getting down to the tail end of this basketball season, and every game certainly counts. They've got a tough road ahead after today, and they need to make them all count. Starters this afternoon for the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Number 11, Haley Saar. She is a 5'7" senior. Haley averages 10 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals per game. Number 12 is Denny Jacobson, a 5'9" senior. She averages 3 points, but she pulls down 8 rebounds and averages 3 steals per game. Number 13, Josie Perez, the 5'7" sophomore, leads this team in scoring with 16 points. She also pulls down 6 boards and has 3 steals per game. Number 21, Ashton Sassy, a 5'8" junior. She scores 7 points per game. And number 22, Carly Hinn, the 5'11" sophomore, averages 5 points and 6 rebounds per game. Again, the Mustangs come in at 8-5. The Cowgirls at 0-10. Just a little more than 7 minutes left to go in the pregame. We'll step aside one more time and be back for the national anthem and the introductions of the starting lineups here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. Well, we are just about ready to go here. Just about a minute left before the national anthem and the introduction of starting lineups. Let's take this opportunity one last time to run through our sponsors before we get underway. Sponsors of today's action: Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon; Share Real Estate; Strong Insurance; Gordon True Value; State Farm Insurance; Grocery Mart; Sides and Milburn Ford; Physical Therapy West; Modern Farm Equipment; and Great Plains Communications, along with the Sheridan County Journal Star. So we'll remind you again that if we have a recorded version of the national anthem, we'll have to mute the sound so that we don't get pop-ups on your browser. But we assure you we will unmute and be back with game action momentarily. Excellent job of the national anthem by one of the Cody-Kilgore cheerleaders. And now we'll let the PA announcer handle the starting lineups.
State Wrestling Championships here in February. Our women's choir will also be singing the national anthem at Class C2. I never seen it rolling. We're pleased to welcome you to Cody-Kilgore High School. Our student athletes recognize the judgment called by officials, coaches themselves, playing in good faith that should be respected.
And we welcome back behind the camera this afternoon young Gracie Perez. Gracie does a tremendous job providing excellent footage for you as we bring these games to you. So here are the starting lineups.
Number 11, 5'7" senior, Haley Saw. Number 12, 5'9" senior, Danny Davidson. Number 13, 5'7" sophomore, Josie Perez. Number 21, 5'7" junior, Ashton Sassy. Number 22, 5'11" sophomore, Carly Payne.
So there are the starting lineups. Let's run through them one more time for you. For the Cowgirls of Cody-Kilgore, Morgan Wobig, Sydney Adamson, Tiandra Barnes, Jalen Ravenscroft, and Courtney Galloway. For the Mustangs, the same starting five: Haley Saar, Denny Jacobson, Josie Perez, Ashton Sassy, and Carly Hinn. A couple of important notes, though, as the Mustangs will be without the services of Shania Friesman, the 6-foot sophomore. She is out for a couple of weeks with a separated shoulder. But the good news is the Mustangs get back Keely Campbell, the 6'1" junior, and number 30, Paige Schultz, who hasn't played all year long. Glad to have her back off of the disabled list. She is a 5'9" senior that will provide some quality depth for this Mustang squad as they close out the season. We are underway as Hinn wins the tip. Josie Perez has it, and away we go. That one's taken away, and here come the Cowgirls. They go down low underneath. That is Courtney Galloway with the easy layup, and Cody-Kilgore leads this one 2-0. Perez dribbles the length of the floor into the paint, leaves it for Jacobson. One dribble shot up. That won't go, but Jacobson will head to the free throw line for the first free throws of the afternoon. That is the first foul on Sydney Adamson. And it puts Denny Jacobson at the line, shooting 2 free throws. Mustangs only shoot about 50% from the free throw line as the first free throw rolls off no good. And they're going to say we had a lane violation, so she'll get to shoot that one over again. As I believe it was Galloway who got into the lane early that time. So the referee having some words with them. And now we're set and ready to go. First free throw is good. Makes it a 2-1 ball game. 7:31 to go first quarter. We are just underway from Cody-Kilgore High School between the Mustangs and the Cowgirls. Second free throw by Jacobson. Off the mark, no good, but the rebound by Hinn, that won't go. She gets her own rebound and the putback, that won't go. And there's Jacobson with another rebound. Haley Saar has it up top. Saar puts it on the floor, drives baseline, wants to kick it out. Now she goes up top for Perez at the free throw line. Perez looks, she drives in, puts that shot up, it won't go. And it's rebounded, tipped around, and pulled out of there by Ravenscroft. She gets it quickly ahead to Galloway. And Haley Saar with some contact that time. No foul called, and she gets the traveling call on Galloway. So a turnover by the Cowgirls, back to the Mustangs, and now Cody-Kilgore going to try to apply some full court man-to-man pressure on the Mustangs. Josie Perez brings it up the floor, finds Carly Hinn. Layup, good. Carly Hinn on the board for the first time this afternoon. They made that one look easy. And for the first time this afternoon, the Mustangs with the lead. It's 3-2. They'll kick it outside for Adamson. Her shot won't go. Perez took an elbow in the eye. She's trying to get her wits about her as Haley Saar brings it down the floor. All the way in, left hand, up and good. Haley Saar for 2 more. It's 5-2 with 6:30 to go in the first quarter. And now we've got a foul called on the floor. They're going to give that foul to Josie Perez. That is her first. And it'll be Cowgirl basketball out of bounds as Morgan Wobig will inbound it. She gets it in. That is Ravenscroft with it. Ravenscroft working against Ashton Sassy. Now they've got her hung up right at the timeline. She steps through, and she gets it ahead, but now we've got to take a tie-up. Thought that Denny Jacobson was going to get the takeaway. Instead, it's a held ball, and the alternating possession goes to the Cowgirls. Sydney Adamson to inbound it. She gets it in to Ravenscroft. Back to Wobig. She'll set it up. Across to Ravenscroft. Now Wobig. Ravenscroft traveled with it that time. That shot no good. There's Carly Hinn with the outlet pass to Haley Saar. She finds Josie Perez under the basket for 2 more. Josie on the board for the first time this afternoon. It's 7-2 as we're now under 6 minutes to go. There's a steal by Ashton Sassy. Her shot won't go. Haley Saar is fouled, and she'll have a pair of free throws. They're going to give that foul to Wobig. That is her first. And Haley Saar, with 2 points already this afternoon, will have a pair of free throws. 5:51 to go, first quarter. Haley's first free throw is good. She's got 3 on the afternoon. Now into the game comes Dally O'Neill as Wobig heads to the bench. So Haley Saar with her second free throw. Nothing but net that time. She's got 4 points, and it's now a 9-2 lead. 5:51 to go in the quarter. They get it across, and that is Barnes. She finds O'Neill, and O'Neill tees one up from three-point land. Excuse me, they only called that a 2. Top into the game now. for the Mustangs. She does a little bit of everything for this ball club. And she is now in the game for the Mustangs. Haley Saar puts it on the floor, drives down the lane, lays it up. That one won't quite go. And the rebound pulled down by Barnes. Barnes flips it across to Ravenscroft. And that one's stolen away by Denny Jacobson. She finds Josie Perez, drives all the way in, and good. Tough shot that time by Josie Perez as she was clear underneath the basket. Somehow flipped that one up. There's another takeaway by the Mustangs. Saar finds Perez, layup, good. Josie Perez has 6 and a timeout called by the Cowgirls as the full court pressure by the Mustangs starting to take its toll. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead this one 13-4. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Scher of Scher Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Main Street in Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. Offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. So 4:51 to go, first quarter. Mustangs out to the quick lead here, 13-4. 2 team fouls on the Cowgirls, just 1 foul on the Mustangs. Sydney Adamson will inbound the basketball for Cody-Kilgore. Adamson gets it into Ravenscroft. She gets it ahead, back to that's Ravenscroft now. Trying to keep everybody straight, and there's another Mustang takeaway by Denny Jacobson. That's 2 steals on the afternoon. Here comes Kenna Campbell up the floor. She finds Keely Campbell into the game, lays it up, and good. Keely Campbell with her first points in quite some time. Glad to have that young lady back on the floor wearing black for the Mustangs. Ravenscroft all the way in. She's going to draw the blocking foul, and she'll have free throws. They call that foul on Keely Campbell. That is her first. 4:22 to go, first quarter, and it's a 15-4 Mustang lead. Ravenscroft's first free throw falls off no good, and she'll have one more. And she missed them both. That's tipped around, pulled down by Ashton Sassy. Ashton on the move. She finds Haley Saar down on the baseline, and she can't. She steps on the end line. She got down there just a little bit too low. Stepped on the end line and turned it over. Mustangs by 11 at 15-4. O'Neal with it now. Skips it across to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft. Now they've got her trapped. Tipped, and she gets the tip. And down the floor comes Ravenscroft all the way in. That shot won't go, but rebound there. They'll kick it outside. Shot no good. And it's Kenna Campbell quickly ahead to Haley Saar. Gathers it in and knocks it down. Haley's got 6. It's 17-4. And we got a reach-in foul on the Mustangs. They're going to call that on Haley Saar. That is her first. So 3 team fouls on the Mustangs now as Saar heads to the bench and Josie Perez back into the game. This pressure is just causing the Cowgirls all kinds of fits as there's a takeaway by Josie Perez. They leave her alone all the way up and good. Josie's got 8. Dally O'Neal, that's Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft brings it up. Now she loses the handle, and another takeaway by Josie Perez. She's everywhere on the court here this afternoon. Lays that one up, and just falls off, no good. And the rebound there by Adamson, but she's going to be fouled by the Mustangs. And that'll be the second foul on Josie Perez. And the 4th team foul on the Mustangs. 3:22 to go, first quarter, 19-4 Mustang lead. Fresh faces into the game now for the Cowgirls. Wobig back into the game along with Kylie Stoner. That's Stoner with the basketball. She's tripped up there, but no foul called. O'Neal picks it up. They get it to Galloway, and Galloway knocks that one down. She's got 4 points on the afternoon, makes it 19-6 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Ashton Sassy now as they work against the man-to-man defense. Mustangs haven't had to be in their half-court offense very much as Ashton Sassy for three-pointer. Ashton Sassy with her first points of the afternoon makes it 22-6 with 2:51 to go. Galloway can't handle it, out of bounds. Turnover back to the Mustangs. So Gordon-Rushville putting on a clinic in what pressure can do for you here this afternoon against the Cowgirls. Under 3 minutes to go, and they lead it 22-6. Sassy brings it across and sets it up. Gets it to Perez. Perez, now she comes back to her left, drives into the lane, kicks it out for Kenna Campbell. Her shot is short, gets her own rebound, off glass. That one also short, and finally going to be pulled out of there by Barnes. Tiandra Barnes with the rebound. And now that one dribbled off the knee of Stoner. And here's Kenna Campbell with it. Nearly traveled, but no call, and now they will. The delayed call say that she did travel with it. And they'll turn it back over to Cody-Kilgore. 2:22 to go, first quarter, 22-6. Mustangs with the quick lead. So Gordon-Rushville making life miserable for these Cowgirls here in the first quarter with all of this pressure, and they're having a hard time handling it. Stoner across into the corner for Barnes. Now back up top for O'Neal. O'Neal back to Barnes. Barnes up to O'Neal. Mustangs in a 2-1-2 zone, and another takeaway. They flip it ahead to Haley Saar. Up and good. Haley Saar with 8 points in the early going here, 24-6. We're now under 2 minutes to go, first quarter. O'Neal across, ill-advised pass. There's Kenna Campbell, layup, and good for the Swiss Army knife. Give her her first two of the afternoon, 26-6. And another one tipped out of bounds. That's Carly Hinn getting into the act. She tips it out of bounds, but it'll stay with Cody-Kilgore. 1:41 to go in the first quarter, 26-6. Mustangs with the big lead. O'Neal takes the inbounds pass, and she'll set it up as they now work against this 1-3-1 zone by the Mustangs. We got a tie-up and the alternating possession back to the Mustangs as Perez heads. Perez is going to stay in. It'll be Kenna Campbell that heads to the bench. Ashton Sassy back into the game. They throw it down court. Nobody deep for the Cowgirls. Josie Perez left something behind, but she goes back and gets the ball. Three-pointer on the way. Haley Saar. Good! Haley's got 11 on the afternoon already here in the first quarter. 29-6, under 1:20 to go. They flip that one up, and it's pulled down by Jacobson. Quickly ahead to Perez, chases that one down. Leaves it for Carly Hinn. Off glass a little too hard. There's Denny Jacobson with the rebound, the putback, and two more. So everybody getting it after it here this afternoon. Denny Jacobson has 3 points now as we're under a minute, and it's 31-6. And high pressure defense for these Mustangs here this afternoon. Haley Saar with another clean look, and she can't get that one to fall, but darn it if there isn't Josie Perez to clean that one up and knock it down. Perez now with 10, 33-6. 35 seconds left to go now. O'Neal on the left wing. They try to go inside for Barnes, another tie-up, and this one will go to the Cowgirls with 30.6 seconds left in the first quarter. Keely Campbell going to check back in for the Mustangs. Carly Hinn heads to the bench. And a couple of fresh Cowgirls in the game as well. One of those, Eva Oliver. We'll try and check and see who else we've got. They get that one inbounds, and another tie-up going to be called, and this one will go back over to the Mustangs. 26.9 seconds left to go. First quarter, Mustangs lead this one 33-6. Get it into Haley Saar, quickly ahead to Perez. Perez drives to the baseline and loses it out of bounds. Officials looking at each other, nobody's sure. Now they're going to decide it is Mustang basketball. 20.5 seconds left to go in this one. 33-6 Mustang lead. Haley Saar tosses it in to Sassy. Saar head fake, pull up jumper, knocks it down. Haley's got a bundle here in the first quarter. Here comes Stoner up the floor, quickly ahead to Galloway. Galloway puts that one up, that won't go. There's Stoner, and we're gonna get a foul. I think that's Keely Campbell, who's gonna get called for her second foul. it is, and that is her second. 5th team foul on the Mustangs. 5.6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 35-6 is the score. Stoner at the line. First free throw is good for Kylie Stoner, and she'll have one more. So the Mustangs tuning up. They've got a big game tomorrow afternoon against the Sheridan Cardinals. As they come to town, we'll have that game for you as we got a lane violation on Josie Perez. Lost her balance and waved her arms. So Stoner has another one, and this one is good. Stoner makes the most of her 2 free throws. It's 35-8. Perez, three-pointer at the buzzer. That was close. Couldn't quite get it to fall. At the end of one quarter, Mustangs with 35 points. They lead this one 35-8. We'll step aside and be back with second quarter action after this. It's here. The new 2015 F-150 is now available at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. It has the V6 EcoBoost engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. So ready to get the second quarter underway. And already here in the first half, Haley Saar with 13 points and Josie Perez with 10 for the Mustangs. And there's another steal. That's Perez. Perez drives in, lays that one up. That one won't go. There's Carly Hinn with the rebound. The putback. And that one is good. Give Carly 4 on the afternoon. 37-8 with 7:45 to go. There's another steal, that time by Denny Jacobson. And here's Josie Perez coming back the other way. She finds Ashton Sassy. Sassy pulls up, can't get it to fall. And that one's pulled out of there by Adamson. Adamson, now the Cowgirls with numbers, tries to go up, and we're going to get Denny Jacobson with the blocking foul, I believe. It is Jacobson, and that is her first. 7:27 to go, second quarter. 37-8. Adamson at the line for 2. The first one falls off no good. She's 0 for 3 from the line so far this afternoon. Or excuse me, that's Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft at the line, excuse me. And she misses them both. She's 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Here comes Sassy across the timeline. And now the Mustangs will set up the offense. And now Cody-Kilgore into a 2-3 zone, trying to find something to slow these Mustangs down. There's Ashton Sassy from the corner. That one's too strong. Carly Hinn with the rebound and the putback. Carly's got 6, 39-8. As we cross the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. Stoner tries to go inside for Oliver. That one's taken away by Perez again. Here comes Perez all the way in, leaves it for Saar. That one won't go, tipped out of there and rebounded by Galloway. And Stoner able to knock that one off of Perez and out of bounds. So the Cowgirls will maintain possession with 6:46 to go in the second quarter. So Ravenscroft brings it across, drives in, and now we've got a tie-up. She lost the handle, and it'll be Mustang basketball on the alternating possession. Kenna Campbell comes in. Ashton Sassy out for the Mustangs. So Kenna Campbell will bring it up, and they'll go to work against this zone defense of the Cowgirls. Three-pointer on the way by Josie Perez is good. Give Josie 13 on the afternoon, 42-8. There's a free throw line jumper that won't go. Kenna Campbell gathers it up, flings it down the court. She finds Haley Saar. Haley's got Carly Hinn. Carly can't handle it, and out of bounds. They'll turn it over. It's going to go back over to the Cowgirls. So Kylie Stoner inbounds it to Ravenscroft, gives it back to Stoner, and she'll bring it up the floor. Stoner drives to the baseline in the corner, tries to go inside, taken away. Carly Hinn, and Haley Saar dribbled that one off her knee, got it out in front of her, and turned it over. 5:47 to go, second quarter, 42-8 Mustangs. Here comes Ravenscroft, and she'll set it up. Now a 2-1-2 defense here. Check that. I think they're back in that 1-3-1. They do a lot out of that. That one's in and out, no good. Kenna Campbell quickly down floor for Haley Saar. Looks trying to find somebody trailing the play. Nobody open. She'll pull it back, and they'll set it up in the corner. Now they go down low for Jacobson. Nice assist. Purdy feed. One extra pass. Gets it to Carly Hinn. Carly's got 8, and that was too easy for Carly Hinn. Point blank range that time. It is the 1-3-1. The Mustangs are learning how to run that thing extremely well. They've been working on it all season long, and they're starting to get it perfected. Alternating possession back to the Mustangs as Hinn is out and Keely Campbell back in for the Mustangs. 5:01 to go, 44-8 is the score. Ravenscroft flips it into Wobig. Wobig back to Stoner, tipped out of there by Kenna Campbell, and there's Josie Perez. She's got it again. And Haley Saar adds another 2 points with another layup, 46-8, 4:45 to go. Ravenscroft pull-up jumper free throw line. That won't go. Rebound pulled out of there by Perez. A lot of contact. Finally, they call a foul. That one's going to go against Morgan Wobig. That'll be her second. And so frustration starting to set in for the Cowgirls as they're trying to do anything they can to stop the damage or slow the damage here, and having a hard time of it. 4:35 to go. They trail 46-8. Three-pointer on the way from the corner. That's no good, but Perez is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line for 3 free throws. That is the first on Jalen Ravenscroft. So, as we said earlier, it is a very young Cowgirl team. They've got some talent. They've got some athletic ability, and they're going to say that was not on the shot. They're going to say on the floor, and so no free throws. They go inside to Keely Campbell. Off glass, turnaround jumper won't go. Pulled out of there by Wobig. 4:25 to go. Here come the Cowgirls trying to get set up as Delenn Rodriguez now into the game. Three-pointer on the way by Ravenscroft. That won't go. Rebounded by Kenna Campbell. Kenna Campbell brings it up the floor, crosses the timeline, and the Mustangs go to work. They go down low for Denny Jacobson. Good head fake that time. Couldn't get the shot to go. Pulled out of there by Galloway. She'll get it to Wobig. And Wobig brings it across. Tries to get it to Stoner. She gathers it in. Tries to go inside. Now she finds Ravenscroft from the elbow. And that one rattles around. Finally going to fall. Ravenscroft finally on the board. Her first 2 of the afternoon. And it's 46-10 with 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Rodriguez on the wing. Now back to Kenna Campbell into Keely Campbell. That's no good. Josie Perez, her shot won't go, but she's fouled. She'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. That foul is going to go against Ravenscroft, and so just like that, she's got 2 fouls. 3:33 to go in the second quarter, and Josie Perez at the line for 2 free throws. First one is good. We really haven't seen the Mustangs in their half-court offense very much as Autumn Richards comes in. She replaces Denny Jacobson. So a couple of freshmen in the game now for the Mustangs as Coach Holbert trying to build some depth heading to the later part of this season. Second free throw is good. And now Sassy back into the game, and Perez heads to the bench. 48-10 is the score. 3:33 to go in the second quarter. Wobig inbounds it to Ravenscroft, and here come the Cowgirls. Ravenscroft picked up by Rodriguez as she crosses half court and taken away, and now we've got a traveling call on Richards as she tried to get that ball ahead. Turns it back over to the Cowgirls with 3:25 to go second quarter. 48-10. Wobig gets it into Stoner. Stoner working against Rodriguez at the point of that 1-3-1. Dribbles to the right side into the corner and off the fingertips of Ravenscroft and out of bounds. Ashton Sassy will bring it up and set it up for the Mustangs. As now back to a man-to-man defense. No, check that. Back into the zone. Campbell across for Sassy. Three-pointer by Ashton Sassy. That one's short, missed everything. Tossed back in by Richards, but it's Ravenscroft that gathers it in, and up the floor she comes. Now she'll pull it back as they didn't have an advantage. Three-pointer from Ravenscroft. That one's off the mark, no good. And there's Keely Campbell with the rebound. Gets it to Kenna Campbell. She'll bring it up the floor with 2:45 to go. On the wing, for Rodriguez, and they're going to say that Delenn traveled with it, and they'll turn it back over. Now Hinn and Saar back into the game for the Mustangs. Keely Campbell and Ashton Sassy head to the bench. So the Mustangs trying to keep everybody fresh for tomorrow's tilt against the Sheridan Cardinals. Game action, varsity action should start sometime around, we're guessing 5 to 6 o'clock. Tune in, and as there's a pass intended for Oliver over her head and out of bounds. And it'll be Mustang basketball with 2:27 to go in the second quarter. Have to take a look at the schedule. I believe on your viewer there is a schedule to the right side of it. Work time, I believe. Now, Caitlin Barnes into the game for the Cowgirls as she brings it up the floor. And taken away by Haley Saar. Gets it to Kenna Campbell as we approach 2 minutes to go. And Caitlin Barnes that time with the steal, but it's out of bounds off of her, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. So Adamson back into the game as Ravenscroft will get a breather. So Kenna Campbell inbounds it for the Mustangs, gets it into Richards. Three-pointer on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Autumn Richards that time. She's got three. The young freshman gets on the board. We're under 2 minutes to go, and it's 51-10. Adamson goes inside for Oliver. Nice move by Oliver, and she gets that shot to fall. First 2 points of the afternoon for Eva Oliver makes it 51-12 with 1:40 to go. In the second quarter, Saar, three-pointer, tees it up. That one falls off no good. There's Carly Hinn. Her putback misses everything, and it's Caitlin Barnes with the rebound. She gets it to, that's Wobig. Yeah, Wobig brings it up. Caitlin Barnes feeds it inside right through the wickets, intended for Oliver. And there's Caitlin Barnes with the rebound and the putback for two more. 51-14, 1:10 to go in the first half. Saar drives right side. Now she'll kick it across for Kenna Campbell. Kenna, one dribble, now back to Saar. Down low for Carly Hinn, and they're going to get a reach-in foul called against the Cowgirls. They're going to give that to Caitlin Barnes. That is her first, as both teams now with 6 team fouls. Next one puts each of these teams into the 1-and-1. They're going to say that Carly was shooting there. I would have probably argued that as she misses the first, but that's all right. They'll take the free throws. As now Perez and Jacobson in, Kenna Campbell and Autumn Richards out, and Morgan Darnell also into the game for the Mustangs now. 58.5 seconds left, 51-14. One more free throw coming for Carly Hinn. Free throw short, and the rebound pulled down by Stoner. They go ahead trying to get it to Wobig. She gathers it in, throws that one up, and just rolls off no good. Carly Hinn out quickly to Perez. Perez has Saar streaking, but it's tipped out of there by Wobig. And it'll stay with the Mustangs, 45.2 seconds. Now, Keely Campbell in and Carly Hinn out. They'll get it into Jacobson. Jacobson up top for Perez. She finds Saar down low. Saar a couple of dribbles, puts that shot up, won't go. Keely Campbell can't get her shot to fall. And now it's Barnes. Caitlin Barnes has it slapped away by Perez with 30 seconds left to go in the first half. 51-14 is the Mustang lead. as now Adamson will inbound the basketball. Mustangs starting to dial that pressure back just a little bit. Stoner goes down low for Adamson, inside for Eva Oliver, has her shot blocked by Keely Campbell. Haley Saar brings it up the floor for the Mustangs. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Across to Darnell, three-pointer by Morgan Darnell. That one's short. Caitlin Barnes with the rebound. 11 seconds. Now Barnes going to finally get away from the pressure of Perez. She'll bring it up. It's under 6 to go now. They go inside, try to go inside to Oliver, and Keely Campbell's going to be called for the push. And that should be free throws, and it is, and that is the third foul on Keely Campbell. It puts Eva Oliver at the line for a one-on-one opportunity. Campbell will head to the bench, and into the game now comes Leah Irving for the Mustangs. 2.6 seconds left here, and a one-on-one opportunity for Eva Oliver. First free throw, high arcing shot off the top of the backboard, no good. And it'll be Mustang basketball with 2.6 seconds left in the first half. She tries to go deep for Haley Saar. Haley, shot is good if it goes, not quite. Haley Saar had a good look at the basket, just a little bit too strong though. And at the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 51 and Cody-Kilgore 14. The Mustangs averaged 52 points per game this season. They scored 51 in the first half there. And so at the half, Gordon-Rushville 51 and Cody-Kilgore 14 here on the Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2015.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, flood-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications values its Nebraska roots. For 4 generations, family-owned Great Plains Communications has provided local service in Nebraska. For more than 100 years, our technicians have lived and worked in the communities we serve. Local service, Nebraska-owned. Great Plains Communications.
Great Plains Communications. Welcome home.
Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville is your Sheridan County Ford dealer. They have an excellent service department that works on all makes and models. So why would you drive hours to buy a car from someone you will never see again when you can do business locally with a dealer who will stand behind their product and has the service department to back it up? Sides in Milburn Ford will help you find the right vehicle, and they will do it with the personal touch that only your hometown dealer can provide. Stop in at Sides in Milburn Ford in Rushville. They're the people you can trust. Now let's take a look at some halftime statistics as we update the scoreboard. We are at halftime here from Cody-Kilgore High School. And at the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 51 and Cody-Kilgore 14. 7 minutes left in the halftime break. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals. First for the Mustangs, two Mustang scorers with 15 points apiece, Haley Sarr and Josie Perez. Carly Hinn with 8. Then we've got Denny Jacobson with 3, Ashton Sassy with 3, Autumn Richards with 3, and then Keely Campbell has 2, Kenna Campbell with 2 as well. That rounds out the scoring for the Mustangs. For the Cody-Kilgore Cowgirls, their leading scorer is Courtney Galloway. She has 4. Dally O'Neill with 3, Kylie Stoner with 2, Caitlin Barnes with 2, Eva Oliver with 2, and Jalen Ravenscroft with 2 points. Take a quick look at some free throws if we can add those up. Bear with me here as we've got some youth basketball going on for your halftime entertainment. So free throws in the first half. Both teams shot 8 free throws. Mustangs went 5 for 8, and Cody-Kilgore went 3 for 8 from the free throw line. So the Mustangs tuning up for the big matchup with the Sheridan Cardinals tomorrow evening. Let's take a look at the time. That one is set for JV action to start at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Varsity action probably looking at around 4 o'clock for a start time for varsity action tomorrow afternoon. That is a home game for the Mustangs. They entertain the Sheridan Cardinals. Sheridan, of course, defeated the Mustangs early in the season. The Mustangs started out 0-3 as they played some very tough competition to get their season started. They've certainly developed since then, and they're very much looking forward to hosting the Cardinals tomorrow afternoon. Check us out sometime around 4 o'clock here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net for basketball action between Gordon-Rushville and Sheridan. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the halftime break. And the Mustangs lead this one 51-14. Say thanks to sponsors of today's action as they make it possible for us to bring these games to you. Those sponsors are Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, and Great Plains Communications, along with the Sheridan County Journal Star. So while we have a minute, these Cody-Kilgore Cowgirls, very, very young team, and certainly a lot of athletic talent there, but just trying to find their way as they develop some of that talent and start to come together, and they're going to get better. There's nowhere to go but up here as they've started the season 0-10, but certainly a lot of potential there for these Cowgirls. Take nothing away from them and from their effort here this afternoon. At the half, it is Gordon-Rushville 51 and Cody-Kilgore 14. just about ready to get things underway in the third quarter. Gordon-Rushville with the big halftime lead. As they lead at 51-14 as we get ready to start second half action here from Cody-Kilgore High School. And chances are pretty good that we're going to see the 40-point rule invoked here. If Mustangs get above 40 points, the clock will just run. It won't stop for dead balls, free throws, any of those types of things. And so the Mustangs just 3 points away from getting that 40-point advantage here in the second half. 8 minutes on the clock. We are ready to get the third quarter underway. Mustangs will have the ball to start the second half. Josie Perez inbounds it to Haley Saar, and we are underway. Cody-Kilgore back into that 2-1-2 zone defense. They'll skip it across to Saar. Saar finds Denny Jacobson inside. Nice look. And Denny Jacobson has 5 on the afternoon. It's 53-14. Ravenscroft goes down low for Oliver. She kicks it out for Wobig. Across for Adamson. Good ball movement this time by the Cowgirls as Eva Oliver loses that one. It's taken away and pulled out of there by Ashton Sassy. So the Cowgirls doing some good things as they come out of the halftime break, just not able to get the shot up that time. In the corner for Jacobson. Back up top for Saar. Saar drives in. Inside, that is Carly Hinn. Up and good. Carly Hinn for 2 more. She's got 10 on the afternoon. And it makes it 55-14. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Ravenscroft and Wobig play and catch. Now they try to go inside. That's tipped away by Josie Perez. Perez has it slapped away, gathers it back up. 2-on-1. Perez all the way in, up, and good. Josie Perez with 17 on the afternoon. She averages 16. 57-14. They go inside. That one's taken away by Denny Jacobson. Jacobson will flip it to Ashton Sassy. She'll cross the timeline. And the Mustangs set it up. They go down low for Haley Saar. Her shot up, in and out. That won't go. Carly Hinn with a good rebound and the putback, no good. Eva Oliver comes out of there with it, hands it off to Wobig, and here come the Cowgirls with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Adamson three-pointer is good. Sydney Adamson finally on the board this afternoon. The young freshman with the three-pointer from way outside. Now the Mustangs. Josie Perez drives baseline, kicks it out for Saar. Saar into the paint, leaves it out there for Sassy. Into the corner for Hinn, now back out to Saar. Up top for Josie Perez. Her shot's off the mark, rebounded by Adamson. Gets it to Wobig, now she'll pull it back and bring it up the floor. 57-17 with 5:45 to go. Adamson, one dribble, puts that shot up. That's no good. And Ashton Sassy is fouled. And that'll be Galloway, I believe, with the foul. And that is Courtney Galloway's first foul of the game, as now Kenna Campbell in to replace Ashton Sassy, kind of rubbing her right shoulder as she comes off after that foul. 5:15 and the clock runs as it is a 40-point advantage. They'll leave it inside for Carly Hinn, up and good. Another assist for Josie Perez as she found Carly Hinn. Galloway, quick shot. That won't go. And there's Wobig crashing in for the rebound. Kicks it out. Now they'll go back inside for Oliver. Good move by Oliver. She's fouled by Carly Hinn. Nice pivot to the basket that time by Oliver. And forces Hinn to foul her. 59-17, and Eva Oliver at the free throw line for a pair of free throws. Oliver's first free throw is off the mark, no good, but she'll have one more. The clock is running as it's 59-17, under 4:20 to go now as Keely Campbell comes in and replaces Carly Hinn. Trying to get Keely back into game shape as she's missed a couple of weeks. Had a knee problem, but cleared to play again as Oliver misses them both. gets her own rebound. Now they'll get it back to Oliver. Back up top for Galloway. Galloway lost track of where she was at, and an over and back call. Galloway so excited to get that ball. She was headed for the wrong end of the floor that time, and they'll turn it over back to the Mustangs, 59-17 with 3:45 to go. We all get confused once in a while, myself included, and know how she feels. There's a nice entry pass that time to Josie Perez, up and in for two more. Perez with 19 now on the afternoon, makes it 61-17, 3:30 to go, third quarter. Ravenscroft has it up top to Wobig, skip it across to Adamson. Adamson tries to go inside for Oliver. That's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cowgirls. Sassy and Richards now into the game as Saar and Perez head to the bench for the Mustangs. 3:10 to go, clock runs. That's Wobig on the quick shot. That's no good. And there is Ravenscroft out battling the Mustangs for that rebound. They try to go inside for Oliver again. Keely Campbell thought she was going to get called for her fourth foul. Instead, just tipped it out of bounds. And they'll inbound again. This is Adamson. Adamson finds Wobig. Up top and stolen away by Sassy, and a quick tie-up called that time. And the possession arrow in favor of the Cowgirls. 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Adamson into Wobig. Wobig across for Adamson. Adamson on the right wing. Tries to go inside, has it tipped out of there. Wobig scoops it up. Galloway into the paint for Wobig. Good ball movement again that time. Shot won't go, and there's Denny Jacobson with the rebound. Finds Kenna Campbell, and she'll bring it across with 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Richards on the wing, inside for Keely Campbell. Turnaround jumper, that's short, no good. Rebound Oliver, and here comes Wobig for the Cowgirls. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Into the corner for Adamson. Ravenscroft, jumper, that one misses everything, but there's Galloway for the rebound. Putback won't go. Wobig too far underneath and taken away that time on the rebound by Jacobson. Here comes Kenna Campbell leading it across for the Mustangs. 1:35 to go in the corner for Jacobson. They find Kenna Campbell at the elbow. Her shot won't go. She hits the floor. Autumn Richards with the rebound. She tries to find something but where to go with it. Now she gets it out up top. Richards again for three this time. That shot won't go. Rebounded by Oliver. And here comes Ravenscroft with 1:15 to go, third quarter. Ravenscroft all the way in, throws up a little runner, and that's out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Carly Hinn and Haley Saar now back into the game. Campbell and both Campbells, Keely and Kenna, both head to the bench now. Under a minute to go, 61-17. Mustangs with the big lead, firmly in control. Last minute of the third quarter. Saar in the corner for Jacobson. Nice baseline move, but can't get the shot to go. Jacobson gets wiped out by Carly Hinn on the rebound attempt that time. They'll exchange a chuckle over that one. As now Saar and Jacobson head to the bench. Delenn Rodriguez and Morgan Darnell into the game for the Mustangs. Wobig into the corner. Now back to Wobig. Her shot up. Off the front of the rim, no good. There's Ashton Sassy. Now she'll pull it back, and she had Delenn Rodriguez but couldn't find her. Morgan Darnell now under 10 seconds to go. Richards back to Darnell. 6, 5, 4. They've got Rodriguez tied up, trapped into the corner. She throws it away. Here comes Ravenscroft. Can't do anything with it. And at the end of three, it is Gordon-Rushville 61 and Cody-Kilgore 17. The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles. You can stop in and find them at 127 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can give them a call at 282-2080. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. We head to the fourth quarter. Mustangs firmly in control here. They lead this one 61-17. We've had a running clock for the entire third quarter, and the Mustangs will try and close this one out and head back to Gordon to get ready to face the Sheridan Cardinals. And stick with us. Of course, we've got boys varsity action coming up at the conclusion of this game. Sassy across to Rodriguez. Richards in the corner. Richards, and she is fouled. That's going to be Caitlin Barnes being called for the foul. That is her second, and it is just the second team foul of the second half for Cody-Kilgore. Mustangs only with one team foul here in the second half. Richards gets it in to Sassy, quickly across to Darnell. Darnell back to Sassy, three-pointer on the way up, misses everything. Carly Hinn couldn't get that one tipped back in. It'll go back over to the Cowgirls as we work our way past 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Stoner gets it in to Dally O'Neill. She'll bring it up the floor and crosses the timeline. She works against Rodriguez. Mustangs back into that 1-3-1 zone. There's Adamson, three-pointer. That won't go, but Caitlin Barnes with the rebound. Stoner tries to go inside. That one's tipped away, and Delenn Rodriguez comes up with it. Contact, and Delenn loses it. Eva Oliver gets it back, and here comes Stoner driving to the baseline. Stoner shot up. That one falls off. Oliver there with the rebound. The putback won't go. And Carly Hinn with the rebound. 6:45 to go. Ashton Sassy crosses the timeline, and the Mustangs will set this one up. Morgan Darnell traveled with it that time, and she'll turn it back over. 6:30 to go. Clock still running. 61-17 here in the fourth quarter. Now Sassy heads to the bench, and Leah Irving back in there now for the Mustangs. O'Neill finds Stoner, doesn't find Stoner, just beyond her fingertips and out of bounds. Turn it back over to the Mustangs. 6:10 to go, fourth quarter. Richards inbounds it, and it's Josie Perez bringing it up the floor. Perez over the outstretched fingertips of Leah Irving and out of bounds. It'll be Cowgirl basketball with 5:50 left to go, as now Perez heads to the bench. And I think that's Kenna Campbell that came in to replace her. Stoner down low for Caitlin Barnes. That one's tipped out of bounds. And they're going to say off of Stoner. Autumn Richards got a hand on it. They're going to say that Stoner touched it last for the Cowgirls. It'll be Mustang basketball, 5:25 to go, fourth quarter. They lead this one 61-17. Richards skips it across to Kenna Campbell at the top of the key. Now back to Darnell. Richards on the right wing. Skip it all the way across. And Delenn Rodriguez was cutting to the elbow at the free throw line. And that one sailed well over her head. As now into the game, Paige Schultz. Good to see her finally back in action for the Mustangs after missing the entire first part of the season. And back in action for the Mustangs. Autumn Richards with the takeaway. She goes ahead to Delenn Rodriguez, but that's tipped out of bounds by Stoner, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. 4:40 to go, fourth quarter. Keely Campbell checking in for the Mustangs. She takes the place of Morgan Darnell. So Richards gets it in to Schultz. Richards in the corner. Inside for Irving. Irving kicks it back out for Richards. Quick shot. That one misses the whole works. And out of bounds. Should be Cowgirl basketball, and it is. Now Morgan Darnell quickly back into the game as Irving heads to the bench. 4:05 to go, fourth quarter. Still 61-17. Scoring slowed down a bunch here in this fourth quarter. Stoner drives in. Tries to get it to Oliver. She gathers it up. Stoner, three-pointer on the way. That one's off, no good. And who are we going to? We're going to get Paige Schultz, I believe, on the foul. Nope, I don't see who they gave that to. Gave it to Carly Hinn, but Carly's not even in the game. So Not sure who we were looking at there. So I guess she picks up the foul even though she's on the bench. Rodriguez, miscommunication there as she throws it out of bounds, trying to get it to Autumn Richards. 3:20 to go. Irving back in and Schultz out. Adamson gets it into Stoner, down to O'Neal. O'Neal sets it up on the wing for Adamson, quickly inside to Oliver, and she is fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws. Keely Campbell just picked up her 4th foul. So Eva Oliver is 0 for 3 from the line this afternoon. She's got 2 points as we're now under 3 minutes to go, and that clock is running. Eva puts the high arcing free throw up and gets that one to fall. And now for the first time this evening, number 42, Sarah Barnes, the 5'11 senior, into action for the Cowgirls. Barnes saw a lot of action as we covered, or Sarah Barnes, we saw a lot of action as they hosted Hay Springs earlier in the season. But this is the first time she's seen the floor here this afternoon. Morgan Darnell traveled with it. As we work our way down past 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter, 61-18 is the score after the good free throw by Oliver. O'Neal leaves it for Stoner, top of the key. Her shot off the front of the rim, no good, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Paige Schultz back in, Keely Campbell out for the Mustangs. And Delenn Rodriguez brings it up with 1:35 to go in the 4th quarter. There's a takeaway by Adamson as she out-battled Richards for it. Here comes O'Neal. O'Neal dribbles it off her foot, picked up by Schultz. Now she's got Richards behind the defense. Autumn Richards drives in, loses the handle, gets it back. Now she goes up top and It's going to be called an over and back as the Mustangs touched it first. We thought we were going to have a wrestling match there between Dally O'Neal and Darnell, but time. She scores 2 more, 61-20 as we cross 50 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Darnell on the wing, down low in the corner for Rodriguez, now back to Darnell. Richards top of the key, back to Darnell. Those 3 just kind of playing catch out there. Finally, Morgan going to put up the shot. Off glass, no good. Leah Irving with the rebound and the putback. That won't go. It's saved back in, and it's controlled by Stoner. She flips it ahead, but there's Morgan Darnell with a takeaway with 25 seconds left. Autumn Richards, 3-pointer, front of the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds off Rodriguez. It'll go back over to the Cowgirls, and we are going to run out of time. It's 61-20 as Stoner brings it up, puts the shot up, no good. There's Barnes. Sarah Barnes, and finally now Eva Oliver with another rebound and a putback, and the game comes to an end as the Mustangs failed to score in the 4th quarter, but they finished the game by a final score 61-22. We'll step aside and we'll be back with some final scoring totals for you after this here on the Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So the final score of girls varsity action, Gordon-Rushville takes down the Cowgirls of Cody-Kilgore by a final score of 61-22. Some unofficial scoring totals first for the Mustangs. Josie Perez finished with 19 points. Haley Saar had 15. Carly Hinn with a big game. She added 12. Then we've got Denny Jacobson with 5, Ashton Sassy with 3, Autumn Richards with 3, Kenna Campbell with 2, and Keely Campbell also with 2. For the Cowgirls, Eva Oliver led the way with 7 points. Courtney Galloway added 4. Sydney Adamson with 3. Dally O'Neill also with 3. Then Kylie Stoner, Caitlin Barnes, and Jaylyn Ravenscroft each with 2 points. And we've got more youth basketball action here as we've got 5 minutes before the warm-up session starts for the boys' game. So we've got a little bit of time to kill. Let's try and total up some free throws. The Mustangs didn't shoot any free throws in the second half. So they finished the game 5 for 8. The Cowgirls shot 4. All 4 of those shot by Eva Oliver. She went 1 for 4. That means that they finished the day 4 for 12 from the free throw line, do the Cody-Kilgore Cowgirls. So on the day then, Cody-Kilgore falls to 0-11 on the season, and the Mustangs improve their record to 9-5 as they await the Sheridan Cardinals, who come to town tomorrow afternoon. Varsity action should start sometime around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned. We'll have boys varsity action for you here shortly as my camera person is taking the halftime break as well, and nothing wrong with that. And so we're giving you only about half of the youth basketball action here from Cody-Kilgore as we await the start of the boys' game. Say thanks to today's sponsors. We say that a lot, but we really do mean it. Those folks make it possible for us to bring these games to you. We've had a lot of people come up and thank us for going out on the road and doing this, and you don't have to stop in and buy something from these businesses, but they really do appreciate it if you let them know that that you watch the broadcast and that you appreciate their sponsorship. If you're a long ways away, we've had some grandparents and aunts and uncles that have sent thank you notes, and that means an awful lot to those sponsors to know that people appreciate it. So do your best to let them know that you enjoy them bringing this basketball action to you. The sponsors for today's game: Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides in Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. We'll step aside as there's 2 minutes left to go in this youth basketball break before the start of the warm-up. So we'll have a 20-minute warm-up period after they conclude this youth basketball exhibition here. So probably looking at about 25 minutes to the start of boys varsity action. That would put that start time at well, can't find a clock that's up to date here, but looking at about 25 minutes away from now to the start of boys varsity action between Gordon-Rushville and Cody-Kilgore here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. I bought this car for short trips around the area and thought that I was getting an inexpensive disposable car. What I got was a roomy, comfortable, well-built car that gets outstanding fuel economy. It's great for going to Lincoln for a Husker game. I consistently get above 35 miles per gallon, and it comes in a package that is surprisingly comfy and fun to drive. You can test drive a Ford Focus at your Sheridan County Ford dealer. Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go before the start of today's boys varsity action between Gordon-Rushville and Cody-Kilgore. Let's take a look at the lineups for these two teams. First, for the Cody-Kilgore Cowboys, they come into today's game with a record of 5 wins and 5 losses. Starters this afternoon for the Cowboys: number 14, McKeon Jenkins. He is a 6'4" senior. Number 22, J.T. Adamson. He's a 5'11" junior. Number 24, Dawson Gord, a 6' sophomore. Number 30, Casey Lamley, is a 6'4" senior. And number 32, Clay Goodwin, a 5'10" senior. For the Mustangs, they come into today's game with a 3-9 record. They score 47 points per game. Starters today for the Mustangs: number 3, Ryan Schwarting. He is the leading scorer for this team as he scores 17 points per game. He is a 5'8" junior. Number 23, Rhett Conroy, is a 6'3" junior, averages 4 points and 5 rebounds per game. Number 24, Jared Nelson, a 6' freshman, averages 11 points and 3 rebounds. Number 30, Brad Franzen, a 6' senior, averages 1.6 points and 2 rebounds per game. And number 45, Ben Wagner, is the 6'3" senior, averaging 2.8 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. Again, the Mustangs come into today's game with a record of 3-9. Cody-Kilgore at 5-5. Essence provides beautiful, fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion. They have a great selection of fine wines and gift items, including Kringle candles. And Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so don't forget to start early. Stop in at Essence, 117 North Main Street in Gordon, and Amber can get you fixed up with whatever you need for your sweetheart. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in at 134 North Main Street in Gordon or call them at 282-0050. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Scher of Scher Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop in and see her in person at 300 South Main Street in Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and his crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance, and be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon or call 282-2080. And the Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. So the Mustangs back out on the floor, ready to get things underway between the Mustangs and the Cowboys of Cody-Kilgore. Just a little over 3 minutes left to go in the pregame festivities. We'll step aside one last time and be back for the starting lineups in just a minute here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang Basketball 2015. just about to get things underway here in boys varsity action between Gordon-Rushville and Cody-Kilgore. Let's take one quick look at the starting lineups for these two teams. For the Cowboys, McKeon Jenkins, JT Adamson, Dawson Gord, Casey Lamley, and Clay Goodwin. And for the Mustangs, it'll be Ryan Schwarting, Rhett Conroy, Jared Nelson, Brad Franzen, and Ben Wagner. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer for the starting lineups.
Our starters for Gordon-Rushville, number 3, Ryan Schwarting. Number 23, Rhett Conroy. Number 24, Jared Nelson. Number 30, Brad Franson. And number 45, Ben Wagner. Head coach is Joel Nelson, and the assistant coach is David Morris. Now your starters for Cody-Kilgore. Number 14, McKeon Jenkins. Number 22, JT Adamson. Number 24, Dawson Gore. Number 30, Casey Lamley. And number 32, Clay Goodwin. Head coach for the Cowboys, Duke Long. Assistant coach.
So there are the starting lineups. We are just about ready to get things underway between the 3-9 Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the 5-5 Cody-Kilgore Cowboys. Glad to have you with us here this evening for boys varsity basketball action. And before we get started, make sure you tune in tomorrow evening. Girls varsity action starting sometime around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon between the Mustangs and the rival Sheridan Cardinals. That's tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Wagner and Lamley ready to get this thing underway. Opening tip controlled by Adamson for the Cowboys, and away we go. They go inside for Lamley. Lamley, one dribble, shot up. That one's no good. And the rebound pulled down by McKeon Jenkins. Count the shot and the foul. Good, strong move by Jenkins that time as he got the offensive rebound, made the basket, and the foul. They're going to give that one to Brad Franzen, and that is his first. So a free throw coming, chance for the free three-point play for McKeon Jenkins to start things off. That one's short off the front of the rim. Lamley with the offensive rebound, though. In the paint, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Ben Wagner, and he traveled with it. Got his feet tangled up as he was trying to get rid of it and couldn't get it out of his hands quick enough. They turn it back over to Cody-Kilgore. So Dawson Gord will inbound it under the Cowboy basket. 7:41 to go. It's a 2-0 Cowboy lead in the early going. Adamson has it. Swings it across. Now they work it down inside for Jenkins. Lamley now, shot up. That one's too strong. Rebounded by Franzen inside for the Mustangs. 7:30 to go, first quarter. Mustangs trail it 2-0. First offensive possession here for the Mustangs. Franzen on the left wing. Skips it across. That one's tipped by Jenkins. Now they'll get it to Nelson. Nelson down inside. Turnaround jumper. Short, no good. Rebounded by Jenkins. Stolen away by Nelson. He punches it out, but it's picked up by Dawson Gord. And down the floor they come. 3-on-2. Gord all the way in. That's no good. Rebounded by Lamley. Into the hands of Jenkins. That one won't go and tipped out of bounds off of Jenkins. And it'll be Mustang basketball. 6:58 to go. 2-0 Cody-Kilgore. So the height inside for the Cowboys making a difference here in the early going as they've controlled the boards so far here in the first minute plus of play. Franzen dribbles out, gets it to Schwarting. Schwarting working against the 2-3 zone for the Cowboys. Franzen on the left wing. Now we get it to Nelson in the corner. Nelson drives in, kicks it out for Franzen. Franzen for Schwarting, top of the key. Drives in, kicks it out for Franzen. Three-pointer on the way. Brad Franzen in and out, no good, but there's Conroy, and Rhett Conroy's fouled. He'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. They're going to give that foul to Clay Goodwin, and that is his first. And it'll put Conroy at the line for a pair of free throws. 6:25 to go first quarter. Mustangs trail this one 2-0. First free throw misses everything. And he'll have one more. Conroy's second free throw is good. Makes it a 2-1 game at 6:25 to go first quarter. Goodwin back to Lamley. Lamley will bring it up the floor. Gets it across the timeline, drives in, contact, but he finds Jenkins, shot up, and good. McKeon Jenkins has 4 points on the afternoon. 6:08 to go, and it's a 4-1 Cody-Kilgore lead. Franzen on the wing, he's trapped. Now he dribbles out of the trap, picks up his dribble, finds Nelson in the corner, drives baseline, flips it out. Luckily, Franzen picks that one up. Now Brad Franzen skips it across. That's Schwarting. Three-pointer on the way. Ryan Schwarting in and out, no good. Rebound, Dawson Gord. 3-on-2. Adamson pull-up jumper is good. Makes it 6-1. It's a 5-point game. 5:39 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs having a hard time as the Cowboys trapping out of that 2-3 zone. They go inside for Ben Wagner. His shot too hard. Rebounded by Jenkins. Dawson Gord will bring it up the floor, and he'll work against Schwarting as he reaches in, and they're going to call Ryan Schwarting for a foul as he was a little too ambitious as he went for the steal that time. And that'll be Ryan's first. Now Morgan Holbert and Corby Campbell into the game for the Mustangs. So a couple of freshmen on the floor now for the Mustangs as Gord loses the handle on it, out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball, 5:14 to go. Gordon-Rushville trails this one by 5. It's 6-1, early going of the first quarter. The 2-3 zone as Holbert brings it across, has it slapped away by Adamson, but they pick it back up. Schwarting, three-pointer from the corner, in and out, no good. Morgan Holbert tracks down the rebound. He'll pull it out, and they'll reset. We're under 5 to go in the first quarter. Jared Nelson on the right wing works against Dawson Gord. Down in the corner for Schwarting. Schwarting drives baseline, leaves it. Corby Campbell, and they're going to call Campbell for the travel as he has it slapped out of his hand as he went up for it. Gathered it up out of the air and came back down with it, and that is a travel. So it's Cody-Kilgore basketball as now the Mustangs going to apply some full court man-to-man pressure here. Cowboys realize it or recognize that, and they'll clear out. Adamson for three. That one won't go. Corby Campbell there with the rebound. Holbert to bring it up the floor for the Mustangs. 4:30 to go. They still trail this one 6-1 in the first quarter. Up top for Holbert. Holbert drives in, kicks it out for Schwarting. Schwarting, three-pointer, blocked by Dawson Gord. Big block by Gord that time, all the way down the floor. And Dawson Gord lays that one up and in for two, and it makes it an 8-1 ball game. 4:12 to go, and a timeout called by the Mustangs. Coach Joel Nelson wants to talk this one over. Mustangs trail it midway through the first quarter. It's Cody-Kilgore 8 and Gordon-Rushville 1. The good folks at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Whether you need to winterize it or defrost it, Buck and the crew can get you fixed up. Stop in at True Value in downtown Gordon. And Agent Bob Alcorn of State Farm Insurance is proud to support the Mustangs. State Farm specializes in farm and ranch insurance. Be sure to ask them about impact-resistant shingles and what they might do for your insurance rates. Stop in at 127 North Main Street in Gordon. Back to action here. 4:09 left to go. Holbert brings it across, gets it to Schwarting. Schwarting drives in, kicks it out for Holbert. Three-pointer on the way. Morgan Holbert, that one won't go. Rebound Adamson. And here come the Cowboys looking to extend that 8-1 lead. We're under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Adamson drives down, has it knocked out of bounds off Jared Nelson. And the Cowboys will maintain possession. 3:52 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs man-to-man defense here. Goodwin takes it, drives to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, floater is good for Clay Goodwin. He's got two, and it makes it 10-1. The lead has expanded to 9. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Schwarting on the wing, skip pass all the way across to Nelson on the left wing, inside for Wagner. Back to Nelson, three-pointer on the way. That one misses everything, rebounded by Gord, quickly out ahead to Adamson. There's Nelson, but a good spin move by Adamson. And it's two more on the board for Adamson. He has four, and it's a 12-1 lead for the Cowboys. They go inside to Wagner. He finds Corby Campbell cutting to the basket along the baseline. Shot is short, and Dawson Gord brings it across. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. That one's flipped, but picked up by Lamley. Lamley drives in. Shot up off glass, and good. So the Cowboys putting on an offensive clinic here in the first quarter. It's 14-1, 2:45 to go. Jared Nelson drives with the left hand to the baseline, and he loses the ball, picked up by Jenkins. He was either going to lose it, get called for traveling, or be out of bounds with it. And then either way, Cowboys come away with it. Into the corner for Jenkins. Jenkins traveled with it. Trying to get it inside for Lamley. As now into the game comes Jaden Schmidt and Dustin Gord for the Cowboys. So the Mustangs trail by 13, 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Skip pass across to Schwarting. Schwarting drives in, skips it back across to Nelson. Nelson up for three. That one won't go. And the defensive rebound pulled down by Lamley. The Cowboys have absolutely owned the boards at both ends of the floor. Here is Dustin Gord. Three-pointer is good. Oh, goodness. Gord makes it 17-1 as we're now under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Holbert on the wing for Nelson. Back to Holbert, and that one's off the shin of Adamson. Now Holbert picks it up, and he's going to be fouled by Dawson Gord. Dawson Gord picks up his first foul. The Mustangs in a big hole here early. They trail this one 17-1. Their only offense, a single free throw by Rhett Conroy. As now Ben Wagner comes out, and Rhett Conroy back into the game for the Mustangs. So Holbert, the trigger man for the Mustangs here, drives in, gets it across to Schwarting. Now they'll swing it around. Nelson on the left wing, skip it back across. That one's tipped by Adamson and out of bounds. Back to the Mustangs. So Gordon-Rushville trying to move that ball from one side of the floor to the other, but not able to find an open shooter on the perimeter from the outside against this good 2-3 zone as Conroy hits the deck. And that's picked up by Adamson, and here come the Cowboys. 1:20 to go. Adamson for Gord, three-pointer. That one's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded out of there by Morgan Holbert. Holbert, high-energy player, all the way into the lane. High shot, that one too short. Pulled out of there by Dustin Gord as we cross the 1 minute mark of the first quarter. Dawson Gord drives in, high arcing shot, short. And here come the Mustangs. That one's poked away. They find Jenkins, the left hand. That one won't go. But there is Jaden Schmidt with the rebound and the putback. And this thing getting out of hand in a hurry. It's 19-1 as we're now under 40 seconds to go first quarter. Corby Campbell draws the blocking foul. And the Mustangs will have it out of bounds. They're going to give that foul to Schmidt. That is Jaden Schmidt's first foul, and it's the third team foul against the Cowboys. 19-1, 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs kind of shell-shocked here as that one's taken away by Dustin Gord, and then he throws it off of Campbell out of bounds, and the Cowboys have the basketball. A good play that time by Dustin Gord. He'll bring it up the floor now, and the Mustangs into a 2-3 zone now. They try to go inside for Schmidt, but that one's tipped out of bounds by the Mustangs. 24.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's 19-1, Cody-Kilgore. Dawson Gord has it taken away by Schwarting, and then Gord going to be called for the reach-in foul. And that is his second foul of the afternoon. So the Mustangs with 23 seconds left to go in this first quarter, and the quarter can't end quick enough for Gordon-Rushville as they trail this one by 18 points, as they'll try to get one shot off and narrow that lead down. Good look inside that time as they find Jared Nelson cutting to the basket. And so the Mustangs get 2 on the board. It's 19-3, under 5 to go. That shot up and no good by Schmidt at the buzzer. And so the first quarter ends not in a good way for the Mustangs. They trail this one 19-3 as we head to the second quarter. This is the 2013 Ford Explorer that I bought from Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville, and it is awesome. It has the sync system and My Ford Touch that allows me to control everything with ease. Climate control, navigation, entertainment. I can even connect my smartphone for hands-free dialing. The all-wheel drive feature of the Ford Explorer might be what I like the best. This is the most sure-footed vehicle I have ever owned, and it is terrific on snow and ice, which I really love this time of year. Stop in and check out a Ford Explorer today at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. So we're ready to get the second quarter underway. Mustangs will have the basketball to get things going here. They trail this one 19-3 as we start second quarter action. Ryan Schwarting will trigger it on the wing for Jared Nelson. Nelson drives in, leaves it for Corby Campbell along the baseline, lays it up, and good. Nice, strong move by Corby Campbell coming down the baseline. Cuts it to 19-5, 7:45 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs back into that 2-3 zone. That's tipped by Ryan Schwarting and taken away. Here comes Schwarting, lays it up, and good. Ryan Schwarting with the steal. They need a spark to get things going here in the second quarter. That might have been it. 19-7, 7:30 to go, second quarter. Dustin Gord goes inside. That is Jenkins, tries to flip that one up, won't go. There's Lamley with a rebound and the putback. Casey Lamley has 4, and it's 21-7. 7:15 to go, second quarter. Nelson, three-pointer. Thought about it way too long and couldn't get it to fall, as now Tice Stoner into the game now for the Cowboys. He's out there at the top of the key, finds Adamson. They go high post for Schmidt. There's a three-pointer that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Campbell. Quickly up the floor is Ryan Schwarting. Can't get the shot to go. Rebounded by Wagner. His shot won't go. And now we've got Trace Bagan into the game. Three-pointer in and out that time for Schwarting. And the rebound pulled down by Dustin Gord for the Cowboys. 6:30 to go, 21-7. It's a 14-point lead for the Cowboys. Stoner kicks it up top for Adamson. Adamson, Dustin Gord, three-pointer, that one won't go. And there's Corby Campbell with the rebound. Jared Nelson brings it across the timeline, accelerates through the paint, flips the shot up. Won't go, but he is fouled. They're going to say the foul was on the floor, though. No free throws coming. And we'll have to see. That is Dustin Gord that they give that foul to. That is the 5th team foul now, and there are free throws coming. All right. It should have been. So that puts Jared Nelson at the line for a pair of free throws. He's got 2 points this afternoon. 6:12 to go, second quarter, and it's 21-7. Cody-Kilgore with the lead. First free throw off the back iron, no good. Brad Franzen checks into the game. He's going to replace Ben Wagner. So one more free throw coming for Jared Nelson. Second free throw up and rattles that one home. Makes it 21-8 with 6:10 to go in the second quarter. 2-3 zone. Adamson. Back up top for Stoner. Stoner brings it to the left. Now back to the right to Adamson, and that's taken away by Ryan Schwarting. Intercepted by Schwarting, and here he comes. Drives baseline, kicked it out, tried to get it to Trace Bagan. and it sails out of bounds. Turnover by the Mustangs. They need every possession they can get as they are down 13 here with 5:46 to go in the second quarter. So Stoner out, Dawson Gord back in for Cody-Kilgore. Dawson Gord brings it up and crosses the timeline. Adamson on the wing. Dawson Gord in the corner. Goes inside for Jenkins. Kicks it out for Dustin Gord. Three-pointer, that one's no good. And we're going to get a call on Schmidt for coming over the back that time, and that is his second. And the sixth team foul now for the Cowboys here in the first half. So two Cowboys with a pair of fouls, Dawson Gord and Jaden Schmidt. Nelson on the left wing. Now back to Nelson. Three-pointer on the way by Jared Nelson. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jared Nelson. That'll heal things up in a hurry. He's got 6 on the afternoon. It's 21-11. The lead is cut to 10. McKeon Jenkins, he is fouled, and Jenkins heads to the line for a pair of free throws. Jenkins with 4 points here this afternoon. They give that foul to Corby Campbell. That is his first. 5:09 to go, second quarter. 10-point lead for Cody-Kilgore, 21-11. Free throw is good for Jenkins, gives him 5 on the afternoon, as now Conroy comes in to replace Corby Campbell. And Lamley back into the game to replace Schmidt for the Cowboys. One more free throw for Jenkins. 22-11. Second free throw is also good, makes it 23-11 with 5:09 to go. So the lead is back to 12 as we approach the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Jared Nelson out there on the wing. Skips it across to Bagan. Bagan back to Nelson. Drives baseline, cut off. Flips it back up. Schwarting back up top for Bagan. Bagan back to Schwarting in the corner. Flips it all the way across to Nelson. High post for Conroy, outside for Franzen. Franzen looks. Now he finds Nelson back on the wing, and they'll pull it out and reset. They swing it around to Schwarting. Schwarting on the left wing. High post for Franzen. Bagan on the wing, that is Nelson. Nelson drives in, pull-up jumper, short, rolls over the front of the rim, and falls. Got the friendly roll that time. And Nelson has 8. Back to a 10-point lead with 4:15 to go, second quarter. Adamson goes inside. Shot too hard. Jenkins with the rebound. Jenkins gets it back. Kicks it outside to Adamson. Right back inside to Jenkins. Jenkins shot over the front of the rim and good. McKeon Jenkins with 6 points on the afternoon, and it's 25-13. Nelson on the left wing. They swing it around to Bagan. High post for Conroy. Schwarting, three-pointer. That one's off the mark, no good, but Trace Bagan there with the rebound, has his putback blocked, but he gets the rebound. Now he flips it out to Brad Franzen. Franzen gets it to Schwarting, and he traveled with it. And we've got a 30-second timeout on the floor. 3:33 to go, second quarter. 12-point lead for Cody-Kilgore. They're in the lead here, 25-13. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. And whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Share of Share Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by 300 South Main Street in Gordon. 3:30 to go in the first half. Dawson Gord brings it up, gets it to Dustin Gord. He skips it across to Adamson. Inside for Dawson Gord. Turnaround jumper. Shot off, no good. Rebounded by Rhett Conroy, but it's poked out of there by Gord. And it should be Mustang basketball, and it is. 3:19 to go. Gordon-Rushville trails by 12. They trailed 19-1 in the first quarter. They've trimmed that lead down to 12, and they've stopped the scoring explosion as there's Jared Nelson cutting to the basket one more time, lays that one in for two, and cuts the lead back to 10. So the Mustangs have narrowed the gap here. They've got a ways to go, but a lot of time left in this one as we're just under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. In the corner for Adamson. Wants to go inside. Now he'll slip up top for Dawson Gord. Dawson Gord throws up the shot. That won't go, but there is Goodwin coming in the backside. Gets the offensive rebound, the putback, and it's 27-15, back to 12. High post for Franzen. They kick it outside for Nelson. Three-pointer is good. Jared Nelson, another three-pointer. That's his second of the evening. 27-18. Mustangs back within 9. Back to single digits. Dustin Gord, that shot in and out, no good. Goodwin with the rebound and a tie-up that time. Good job by Trace Bagan inside to get the tie-up. Possession arrow in favor of the Cowboys as Holbert, Wagner, and Campbell back into the game now for the Mustangs. Dawson Gord to inbound it for the Cowboys with 2:11 left to go before the half. 27-18 is the lead. They'll flip it over the top. Dustin Gord tracks it down as he works towards the baseline. Shot up, and a blocking foul going to be called on the Mustangs. He'll have a pair of free throws. They're going to give that foul to Ben Wagner. That is his first, and just the fourth team foul on the Mustangs. Dustin Gord at the line. He'll have 2 free throws. Gord with a three-pointer so far this afternoon. First free throw, no good. 2:05 to go, second quarter. 27-18 is the Cowboy lead. Mustangs have cut the lead in half. They trailed by 18 at one point. Lead is cut to 9. Now make it back to 10. Back to a double-digit lead at 28-18 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Jared Nelson skips it across for Schwarting. Back up top for Holbert. Back to Nelson on the wing. They go high post for Campbell. Turns around and has it taken away by Goodwin, but getting it right back is Schwarting. Holbert to Nelson and back to Holbert. Holbert drives in, and he traveled with it. Holbert trying to make something happen with some penetration that time, but the travel turns it back over to the Cowboys as Dustin Gord heads to the bench for the Cowboys. I believe that's Lamley that came in to replace him. 1:35 to go. Cowboys back on offense. Mustangs have switched to this 2-3 zone, and it's done the trick in slowing up the attack as Jenkins drives in, but there's Lamley with the rebound, the putback, and count the basket. Casey Lamley has 6. He'll have a chance for 7 on the three-point play here. See who they give this foul to. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, and doesn't look like they're going to. A one-handed free throw by Lamley off the back iron and no good. And they're going to say there was a lane violation on the Mustangs, and he'll get another shot at it. So back to a 12-point lead at 30-18 with 1:23 to go, and a free throw coming for Casey Lamley. A one-handed weird stroke that time, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Gets it to Schwarting. Schwarting brings it across, and they find Nelson on the wing. Good, tough defense being played by the Cowboys out of this 2-3 zone. They swing it back around. Now high post for Wagner. Now they find Schwarting. He drives in, loses the handle, and it's Dawson Gord coming out of there with it. 3-on-1, and count the basket again, and the foul by Jared Nelson. Nelson badly outnumbered that time. Dawson Gord with the layup makes it 32-18 with 1 minute left to go in the second quarter. That is the first on Nelson. Now Trace Bagan comes in. He'll take the place of Morgan Holbert. And now Rhett Conroy going to come in and give Ben Wagner a rest. So the Mustangs had this down to a 9-point lead, but now it's back to 14, and chance by Dawson Gord to make it 15, and he does. 1 minute left, 33-18. And the Mustangs haven't been able to really diagnose this 2-3 zone that the Cowboys are playing. They go high post to Conroy. They find Campbell along the baseline, and that has worked. Corby Campbell with 2 more. They find him along the baseline. Strong move up and in, makes it 33-20 with 35 seconds to go. And we got a reach-in foul on the Mustangs. They're going to call that on Rhett Conroy, and that is his first. And so that puts the Cowboys into the 1-1, as that is the 7th team foul on the Mustangs. So Conroy out and Franzen in, and it puts Jenkins at the line. He's 2 for 3 so far here in the first half from the free throw line. That one's off, no good, rebounded by Campbell. 32 seconds to work. Schwarting brings it across, finds Franzen on the wing. Franzen in the corner for Nelson. They go inside for Campbell. Jumper, that missed everything, and Dawson Gord comes out of there with it. 18 seconds to go. Goodwin cut off. Now he'll switch hands and bring it across. Dawson Gord with 13 to go. Adamson inside for Schmidt. Schmidt's shot won't go, and here comes Schwarting. 5 seconds to go. Schwarting all the way in. Tried to leave it for Nelson. Tried to get just a little too fancy. And at the buzzer, the shot won't go. And Nelson made the shot, but it was just a little too late. And so the Mustangs battle back. After trailing 19-3 at the end of the first, they now trail at 33-20 as we head to the half. Stay close by here. We'll get you some unofficial scoring totals from the first half after this. So quite a performance by the Cody-Kilgore dance team. And well done. Let's take a look at some unofficial halftime scoring totals for the Mustangs. Jared Nelson with 13 points to lead the way. Corby Campbell with 4, Ryan Schwarting with 2, and Rhett Conroy with 1. From the free throw line, the Mustangs went 2 for 4 in the first half. For the Cowboys of Cody-Kilgore, very balanced attack by the Cowboys. McKeon Jenkins leads the way with 8. Casey Lamley added 6. Dawson Gord with 5, and then 3 players with 4. Dustin Gord, Clay Goodwin, and J.T. Adamson each with 4 points. Jaden Smith with 2 rounds out the scoring in the first half for Cody-Kilgore. And from the line, 4 for 8 are the Cowboys in the first half. So both teams shooting 50% from the free throw line. At halftime, it is 33-20. It's a 13-point lead. Mustangs trailed by as many as 18. They had cut it to 9 points midway through the second quarter, but the lead has swelled back to a 13-point lead as they trail at 33-20 here at halftime. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the halftime break. Mustangs down, trying to find some answers here at halftime. Stay tuned. We'll be back with second half action in just a minute. It's here. The new 2015 F-150 is now available at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. The aluminum frame makes this truck 700 pounds lighter. It has the V6 EcoBoost engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission, along with satellite radio, sync, a rear view camera, and remote start. It even has LED cargo box lighting. Stop in and see the new F-150 at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
When it comes to your land, it pays to be smart. At New Holland, smart means giving you a wide range of options to fit your needs, like smooth cutting, plug-free conditioning, and versatility. Smart means putting more hay in the bale and leaving less in the field. It also means providing exceptional after-sales support and growing a legacy that goes far beyond equipment. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
And if you're not a subscriber to the Sheridan County Journal Star, you certainly should be. Go to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions and check out the online edition. That's available every Tuesday afternoon. Before anybody else can get their paper copy of the Journal Star, you can have it in your inbox and accessible from your mobile devices. And best of all, the online edition in full and glorious color. Check it out today, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. 2 minutes left to go in the halftime break. Mustangs on the short end of this one, 33-20. We'll be back in just a minute with second half basketball action. just about ready to get the third quarter underway from Cody-Kilgore. It's the Cowboys 33 and the Mustangs 20, and it's been all Cowboys through the first half. They've played a devastating half-court zone defense. They've trapped some out of that, and they have absolutely dominated the boards at both ends of the floor. And we don't keep rebounding stats here, but the Mustangs with very, very few rebounds offensively and defensively, and that has just been dominated by the Cowboys here this afternoon. So let's see if the Mustangs can get things figured out as we head to the third quarter. 8 minutes on the clock, and we are underway. Brad Franzen back up top to Ryan Schwarting. He'll swing it around to Jared Nelson. They skip it across, and that's stolen away by Goodwin. Here he comes, realizes he's outnumbered. He'll pull it back. Finds Dawson Gord up top, and he'll set it up for the Cowboys. Dribbles it off his foot, and able to get back a hold of it and flips it in. That's Lamley with the recovery. His shot won't go, and there is Rhett Conroy with the rebound for the Mustangs. Jared Nelson drives in. Now he kicks it back out. Three-pointer on the way from Schwarting is good. Ryan Schwarting for three. He's got 5 on the afternoon. Ryan was entirely too quiet in that first half, as they did a great job of shutting him down. Back to a 10-point lead with 7:10 to go. It's 33-23. Gord drives in the paint. Floater won't go. Gets his rebound. Put back off the back iron. No good. Goodwin with the rebound. He'll pull it back out. Get it to Dawson Gord. And Dawson goes inside for Lamley in the paint. Off glass and good. Casey Lamley has 8 on the evening. 35-23, 6:45 to go, third quarter. High post for Conroy, slapped out of there, pulled down by JT Adamson. Adamson now going to pull it back, has it tipped away by Ryan Schwarting. He had designs of taking that thing to the hoop at the other end, but it sails out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the Cowboys as now Conroy out and Campbell back in. 6:37 to go, third quarter. 35-23, it's a 12-point lead for the Cowboys. Mustangs back in the man-to-man now. Goodwin drives in, traveled with it, no call. Rebound by Ben Wagner, and here come the Mustangs. Ryan Schwarting sets it up, finds Franzen at the top of the key. High post for Campbell. Campbell back out to Franzen, in the corner for Schwarting. Three-pointer off the back iron, no good, rebounded by Goodwin. Dawson Gord takes the ball, and he'll bring it up the floor for the Cowboys with 6:05 to go, third quarter. Finds Goodwin in the corner for Lamley. Lamley, and he traveled with it. Lamley made a good hard head fake, but as he did it and tried to make another pass, he slid that pivot foot and called for the travel. And now McKeon Jenkins going to have to leave the game, as guessing he does. He's got blood dripping down the back of his arm. He's got a skinned up elbow. And so Schmidt into the game to replace Jenkins. That one's tipped out of bounds off of Adamson. And the Mustangs will keep it with 5:51 to go. Nelson will inbound it and gets it into Holbert. Morgan Holbert gets it back to Nelson. Nelson lets things set up. Holbert drives into the free throw line. Kicks it out, and it is taken away. And finally going to be out of bounds off of Corby Campbell. Turnover by the Mustangs. 5:39 to go, third quarter. Mustangs trail this one 35-23. Dawson Gord brings it up. Mustangs in the man-to-man now here in this third quarter. Gord to Goodwin. Goodwin drives in. Up top for Lamley. Lamley wanted to take the three-pointer. Instead, he drives in, shoots that one off the back iron, and there's Dawson Gord with the rebound. Gord up top for Adamson. Adamson to the right wing, and he finds Lamley. Lamley's going to be fouled on the shot, and he'll head to the free throw line. So Casey Lamley with 2 free throws after the foul is called on Corby Campbell. Corby Campbell picks up his second foul. And I think, not sure what's going on. I'm sure you probably saw it all. I was trying to keep the score sheet up to date, but I think Dawson Gord being the referee with the basketball must have been what happened. Either way, it's Lamley at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Shoots with that odd one-handed motion, and he's missed everything he shot today. He's 0 for 2. As he got the 2 tries at the first one because of a lane violation. But he's got one more coming here. 35-23 with 5:13 to go. That one's off the front of the rim and no good. And now we're going to get Schmidt with the offensive foul coming over the back. And that is Jaden Schmidt's 3rd foul of the afternoon. He's going to have to come out of the game. And Dustin Gord will come in to replace him. 5:12 to go. 35-23. 1 team foul apiece. As we approach the 5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Mustangs down by 12. Jared Nelson drives into the free throw line, kicks it out to Holbert in the corner for Schwarting. Schwarting back up top for Holbert. Holbert drives in, kicks it back out. Schwarting up to Holbert. They swing it around to Nelson. Having a hard time getting into the interior of that zone defense. Now they get it to Schwarting. He flips it up. That one's taken away by Dawson Gord. Now going to be picked up by Adamson. Back to Gord, 3-on-1. And a good job by Jared Nelson that time. He was badly outnumbered, but able to kick the basketball and get the stoppage. It'll stay with the Cowboys, but the Mustangs with a lot better odds here. 4:41 to go, 3rd quarter, 35-23 is the Cowboy lead. Dawson Gord into Dustin Gord. Good grief. Adamson back to Dawson Gord. Good one, and he traveled with it. Good hard head fake, and it was a little too good as he faked himself out and turned it over. 4:32 to go, 3rd quarter, 35-23. Mustangs need to find some offense. The Cowboys have done a great job with this 2-3 zone. Now there's Schwarting driving baseline, kicks it up top. They swing it around. Jared Nelson, 3-pointer on the way, front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lamley for Cody-Kilgore. 4:10 to go. Dawson Gord drives in, gave a little bit of an elbow to Schwarting, but no call. Misses the shot. Now here comes Jared Nelson all the way in, contact, and we're going to get a blocking foul. I think that's Lamley. And if so, that would be his first. It is called on Lamley, and it is his first. It is the 2nd team foul. And that'll put Jared Nelson at the line for a pair of free throws. He's got 13 on the evening. First free throw in and out, no good. And he'll have one more as now Trace Bagan comes in and takes the place of Morgan Holbert. 3:57 to go, 3rd quarter. Mustangs now down just 11, trailed by as many as 18. And looking for a stop here at the defensive end. Dawson Gord goes down to the baseline. That's Goodwin, and he's going to be fouled. I think it's Trace Bagan that picked up the foul that time. It is, and that is Bagan's first foul of the evening. But it sends Clay Goodwin to the line. He's got 4 points, and he'll have 2 free throws coming. 35-24. First free throw, no good. And one more coming for Clay Goodwin. As now Brad Franzen going to check into the game. He'll take the place of Ben Wagner. And the second free throw bounces, falls off, no good. Rebounded by Campbell, gets it into Nelson. 3:43 to go. Mustangs trail by 11, trying to cut this one back to single digits. Nelson on the wing. Bagan down in the corner for Schwarting. Back up top to Bagan, swings it around. Nelson, 3-pointer all by himself. Nice job by Jared Nelson, knocks another one down. He's got 17 on the afternoon, and it's 35-27, back within 8. This is as close as the Mustangs have been since early in the first quarter. Now the Mustang fans trying to give the Mustangs a little bit of help as Goodwin is going to be fouled by Corby Campbell that time. That is Campbell's third. And Corby's played a good game inside. They do not need to have him in foul trouble. And it puts Goodwin at the line. That one is no good. He's now 0 for 3 from the line. As Ben Wagner comes in, Corby Campbell going to head to the bench. 3:07 to go, third quarter, and it's an 8-point game, 35-27. Mustangs trying to claw their way back into this one. As now we're going to do a little bit of housework here as Lamley soaks up the spot on the floor, and we're ready to go again. One more free throw coming for Clay Goodwin. He's got 4 points on the afternoon. 0 for 3 from the line. Now make that 1 for 4, and it's back to a 9-point game at 36-27. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Long way to go in this one, folks. Buckle up. It's going to be a fantastic finish as they get it across to Nelson. Nelson drives into the free throw line, into the paint, kicks it out, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called on the Cowboys. They're going to give that to Dawson Gord. That is his third. So Jaden Schmidt and Dawson Gord now, each with 3 fouls for Cody-Kilgore. Under 3 to go as Gord checks out, and into the game comes Arvidas Henry, a 5'8 sophomore. First action he's seen this afternoon. They get it into Bagan. Bagan will bring it around up top, and they'll find Jared Nelson. Nelson on the wing for Bagan. High post for Franzen. Back to Nelson. Nelson in the corner for Schwarting. Three-pointer. That one's off the mark. No good. And Trace Bagan going to be called for coming over the back. Trace Bagan not in position that time, wanting to get that rebound, and he's going to be called for the foul. And that is his second. 4 team fouls now on the Mustangs. 3 team fouls for Cody-Kilgore. 2:36 to go in the third quarter. So the Mustangs withstood the opening charge from the Cowboys, and they keep chipping away all the time. Lamley, bad angle that time. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be Mustang basketball. So Gordon-Rushville hanging in there. And McKeon Jenkins will check in for the Cowboys at the next dead ball. Nelson out to Schwarting. Schwarting steps back. High post for Franzen. Tried to go inside, tipped around, and Goodwin comes out of there with it for the Cowboys. 2:07 to go, third quarter. 36-27. It's a 9-point game. Adamson tries to go inside for Lamley. They find Goodwin in the paint. Throws up that shot somehow. Gets that one to fall. Kind of an excuse-me jumper in the lane, but it falls. That one's tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Cowboy basketball. A turnover on the Mustangs as Conroy back into the game now for the Mustangs as Ben Wagner heads to the bench. And Goodwin now to the bench for the Cowboys as Jenkins back in there. He got the big tape job on that right elbow and forearm. And Dustin Gord, fans thought he traveled with it there, and that one's scooped back up by Dustin Gord. Long three-pointer won't go. Rebound comes down to Gord again, and he lays that one up and in. Dustin Gord, very athletic, 6'2" senior, and he's got 7 points on the afternoon. Makes it back 13-point game at 40-27. Nelson has it tipped away by Henry. Now he drives into the paint and nowhere to go, has it taken away. And it's Dustin Gord once again. 1:05 left to go third quarter, 40-27. Henry on the wing, goes inside for Lamley. Lamley. Henry, his shot won't go. He's fouled by Brad Franzen. Franzen picks up his second foul, and it'll put Arvidas Henry at the free throw line for a pair. 57.9 seconds left to go third quarter, 40-27. Mustangs had this thing as close as 8. It stretched back out to 13. Make that 14 as Henry hits the first. So it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back for the Mustangs here in this second half. Henry's second free throw also good. 42-27 with 55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Holbert to Bagan, high post for Conroy. Tried to find Jared Nelson cutting to the basket, and that one's taken away neatly by Dustin Gord. They go inside for Jenkins, guarded by Conroy. Up no good, but he gets his own rebound. Conroy comes down with that one, flips it out to Morgan Holbert with 30 seconds left to go. Across to Franzen. Now back up to Holbert with 25 seconds to go. Bagan on the wing, high post for Conroy. Gets it over to Holbert. In the corner for Nelson. Nelson somehow gets back to it. Two-pointer in and out that time as Dustin Gord hits the floor. Here comes Lamley, under 10 to go. Lamley across to Adamson. Adamson with 5. Dustin Gord, way long three-pointer. That one won't go. And the third quarter comes to an end. And the score at the end of 3 is Cody-Kilgore 42 and Gordon-Rushville 27.
Hi, I'm Clint Anderson, and I hope you enjoyed today's game. Wherever we're broadcasting from, you can bet that I got there in a Ford vehicle from Sides & Milburn Ford in Rushville. I've been a Sides & Milburn customer for over 20 years, and I can't imagine going anywhere else to buy or trade vehicles. I may be able to find a cheaper vehicle somewhere else, but the hometown service I get at Sides & Milburn Ford is worth way more than a trip to Rapid City or Denver. I hope you enjoyed today's game. And when you're ready to trade vehicles, stop in and see the good folks at Sides & Milburn Ford in Rushville.
Ready to get the fourth quarter underway. Mustangs with a tall mountain to climb here. They trail it by 15, 42-27. 8 minutes left in this one. See what they can get done here as Dawson Gord brings it across, finds Lamley at the high post. JT Adamson three-pointer. And that is good. Makes the lead 45-27. And makes that job just a little bit tougher for the Mustangs. Mustangs with 5 team fouls here in the second half, just 3 for Cody-Kilgore. High post to Wagner, in the corner for Franzen. Back up top for Schwarting. Long three-pointer for Schwarting. It is good! Ryan Schwarting from way downtown knocks that one down. 45-30, back to a 15-point lead here. Dawson Gord flips it to Lamley. That one's taken away. Here comes Schwarting coming back the other way. Schwarting lays it up and good. So every time the Mustangs have got a little momentum, Cody-Kilgore's been able to turn that back around and get it stopped. But the Mustangs now trying to come back. 45-32. There's a shot that falls off no good. There's Dustin Gord with the rebound. He'll pull it back out, skip it across to Dawson Gord. He drives into the lane, has it taken away, but they're going to say a foul is called on Jared Nelson. That'll be his second foul. 6:47 to go, fourth quarter. 45-32. It's a 13-point lead. And we're not in the 1-and-1 yet. The next foul by the Mustangs will put the Cowboys into the 1-and-1 bonus as Goodwin now back into the lineup. He takes the place of, that's Dustin Gord. Adamson with the inbounds. High post for Lamley. They find Jenkins cutting to the basket. Count the basket and the foul. Good strong move by Jenkins again. Draws the foul. They'll give that foul to Brad Franzen. That is his third. And Jenkins at the line for a chance at the three-point play. 47-32 with 6:41 to go. That one's off the front of the rim, but there's Lamley with the rebound. Lamley lays that one up and back in. He's got 10 on the evening. 49-32, the lead back to 17, just like that. 6:30 to go. And we got a timeout called on the floor by the Mustangs. 6:27 to go, fourth quarter. It is Cody-Kilgore 49 and Gordon-Rushville 32. Say thanks to today's sponsors. Essence, the First National Bank of Gordon. Share Real Estate.
Strong Insurance, Gordon True Value, State Farm Insurance, Grocery Mart, Sides and Milburn Ford, Physical Therapy West, Modern Farm Equipment, Great Plains Communications, and the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. So the Mustangs trailed by as many as 18. They had it cut to just 8, and now it's grown back to a 17-point lead with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 49-32. 17 fouls for the Mustangs, just 3 for Cody-Kilgore. So Cowboys will be in the bonus the rest of the way here, and they're still in that 2-3 zone. They've played it well here this evening. Nelson drives in, spin move, shot up. That one won't go, but there's Corby Campbell with the rebound. The putback won't go. Campbell with another rebound. Can't get that one to fall. And finally, Lamley pulls down the rebound, and Dawson Gord brings it across with 6 minutes to go. Gord nearly has it stolen away, drives into the paint, leaves it for Jenkins. Baseline move, up, count the basket again. And McKeon Jenkins has just been absolutely unstoppable inside tonight, as they give that foul to Corby Campbell, and that is his fourth. Fourth foul on Corby Campbell. He'll have to come out of the game. 5:55 to go, 51-32. And Jenkins at the line, and he banks that one home. 52-32, the lead now the biggest of the game at 20 points. 5:50 to go, fourth quarter. He's swinging around to Holbert. They just have not been able to solve this zone defense. This is a whole different team from what we saw when Hay Springs came here to open the season in early December. They struggled with the Hay Springs Hawks for about 3 quarters before they finally pulled away in the fourth. But this has been an absolutely dominating defensive performance today by the Cody-Kilgore Cowboys. Lamley inside. Now he loses it, and it's going to be taken away by Shorting out of bounds. Whose is it? Stays with the Cowboys with 5:11 to go. So a vastly improved Cody-Kilgore Cowboy team from the beginning to the end of the season here. As that one's tipped by Morgan Holbert. Race for it down the sideline and out of bounds. Who's it going to be? Going to go back over to the Cowboys. Well, good hustle play that time by Morgan Holbert as he got the tip. Race down the court for it, but it's out of bounds off of Morgan. 5 minutes left to go in this one. And it's a 20-point Cowboy lead at 52-32. Dawson Gord all the way in. That one in and out. Gets his own rebound. Tough shot. And good. 2 more for Dawson Gord. He's got 7. 54-32. Ryan Shorting drives into the free throw line, kicks it out for Nelson. Nelson drives to the corner, back out for Shorting. Shorting skips it back up for Holbert and back to Nelson, and they'll reset. 4:23 to go. Mustangs running out of time. They tried to go down low for Wagner. That's tipped out of bounds by Goodwin, and it'll stay with Gordon-Rushville. Now Stoner into the game for Adamson. Nelson over the top, gets it in to Schwarting. In the corner for Nelson. Nelson drives baseline, shot up and good. One of the few times that Nelson has had some room to work down there on the baseline. Cuts it back to a 20-point lead. It's 54-34. Dawson Gord brings it across, has it poked away, but there's Jenkins. Drives baseline, that one's short. And the rebound pulled down by Morgan Holbert. Under 4 minutes to go. Holbert brings it up the floor, somehow gets it to Schwarting. Three-pointer on the way from Franzen. That one's short. Rebound Lamley. And the Cowboys with the basketball. Time definitely not on the side of the Mustangs here. We got another timeout on the floor. 3:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. timeout taken by the Cowboys. It's Cody-Kilgore 54 and Gordon-Rushville 34.
Great Plains Communications.
GPC TV is proud to announce our brand new weather feature on Channel 2. It is now your 24/7 location for current, local, and national weather using advanced satellite imaging. From today's temperature to the full 5-day forecast, GPC TV has you covered. We will continue to air local sports and your favorite Husker programs. The other providers simply can't compete. When you need weather now, you need GPC TV on Channel 2.
3:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. And we'd like to remind you that these broadcasts are available and will be replayed on Great Plains Communications Channel 2. You can check them out, 7 o'clock each night, I believe. Check the local listings and see what they have in store. The Mustangs going to try and trap a little bit now. Morgan Holbert gets the takeaway. They find Ryan Schwarting, and he traveled with it. Schwarting had the layup, and rather than put it on the floor, he traveled and turned it back over. 3:30 to go. And so the Mustangs will try and do it again. JT Adamson working against Morgan Holbert. Brings it across the timeline. Finds Lamley inside. Gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins blocked. Blocked by Ryan Schwarting. Great job by Ryan Schwarting coming in from the backside and taking that one away. Holbert almost got that wild shot to go. And now we've got McKeon Jenkins going to be called for the foul on Jared Nelson. That is Jenkins' first foul of the game. And it puts Jared Nelson at the line for a pair of free throws. Jared Nelson with 19 points here this afternoon. First free throw is no good. 3:07 to go. It's 54-34. And that is just the fourth team foul on Cody-Kilgore in the second half. Nelson's second free throw finds the mark, makes it 54-35. Lamley ahead to Goodwin. He finds Adamson over the top of Jenkins too, and out of bounds. It'll be Mustang basketball. So the Mustangs get the turnover. But with 3 minutes left to go in the game and trailing by 19, they've got a lot of work to do. Schwarting inside high post to Nelson, but that's taken away by Goodwin. Trying to get it to Corby Campbell. Now it's taken away by Schwarting. Schwarting comes out of there with it. Nelson, three-pointer from the corner. In and out, no good. There's Corby Campbell with the rebound. Scramble for it and a tie-up. And the possession arrow goes to the Mustangs. Schmidt and Dawson Gord into the game now as Lamley comes out for the Cowboys along with Stoner. 2:40 to go. Mustangs with the basketball. They trail at 54-35. Jared Nelson inbounds it. Corby Campbell, easy shot. Count the basket and one. Corby Campbell has 6 and a chance for the three-point play. 2:38 to go, 54-37. And this is exactly what the Mustangs need, is for the Cowboys to foul them and let them chip away at the score with the clock not running. Campbell's free throw is good. 54-38. And Mustangs going to apply the pressure and try and get the steal. They get it into Goodwin. Goodwin working against Bagan. That one's tipped out of bounds, or not out of bounds. Dawson Gord picks it up along the sideline. Now he'll dribble it back out. He's guarded by Schwarting. Schwarting tries for the steal. Gord all the way in. No traveling call. That one's no good. McKeon Jenkins, the fall away jumper by Jenkins is good. He could shoot that thing with his left foot this evening and it would go into the basket. 56-38 with 2:10 to go. Schwarting, long three-pointer. That one's a little bit too long, pulled down by Goodwin as we are now inside of 2 minutes left in this one. 56-38 is the score. Dawson Gord works against Ryan Schwarting. Gets it to Goodwin. Goodwin kicks it back out for Gord. Cowboys content to just take some time. JT Adamson now works against Morgan Holbert. And we're going to get a hand check called on Morgan Holbert.
And really down to trying to get the Cowboys to miss some free throws here, as that'll send JT Adamson at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. And that is Morgan Holbert's first foul. Adamson with 7 this evening. Rebound by Campbell. Nelson quickly ahead to Schwarting. Through his hands, they'll get it back up to Holbert. Holbert finds Jared Nelson at the top of the key. Drives down the lane, lays that one up, and good. 2 more for Jared Nelson. And a timeout called by Gordon-Rushville with fourth quarter. Say thanks again to today's sponsors. Grocery Mart in Gordon. State Farm Insurance. Gordon True Value. Strong Insurance. Share Real Estate. The First National Bank of Gordon. Essence. Sides and Milburn Ford. Physical Therapy West. Modern Farm Equipment. Great Plains Communications. And, of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star. Tune in tomorrow afternoon, roughly 4 o'clock, as the Mustangs will host the Shadron Cardinals. Should be some good action as those two rivals have at it from Gordon. 1:25 to go. Trace Bagan giving Goodwin everything he can handle. Finally gets it ahead to Adamson. Adamson down low for Schmidt. His shot up and off the mark, no good. And here comes Ryan Schwarting back the other way with 1:10 to go. Schwarting drives in. Shot up and good. Ryan Schwarting somehow with the scoop gets it to fall. And it's now a 14-point game with 1:07 left to go.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is your Sheridan County Ford dealer. They have an excellent service department that works on all makes and models. So why would you drive hours to buy a car from someone you will never see again when you can do business locally with a dealer who will stand behind their product and has the service department to back it up? Sides and Milburn Ford will help you find the right vehicle, and they will do it with the personal touch that only your hometown dealer can provide. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. They're the people you can trust.
So 1:05 left to go. Mustangs trying to make something happen here. Goodwin crosses half court. He's fouled by Morgan Holbert, and it's going to come down to free throws as Holbert picks up his second foul, and now the double bonus for Cody-Kilgore the rest of the way. Clay Goodwin at the line, and he'll have a pair of free throws. Goodwin with 7 points on the evening. That one falls off no good. 1:02 to go, 56-42. They're going to need some help from the Cowboys to get this one done. But if they'll keep missing free throws, but there's Schmidt with the rebound, and that is not what the Mustangs wanted. They're going to have to foul Schmidt. They've got him trapped. Schmidt trapped, and timeout called. Comes from the Cody-Kilgore bench. Trying to maintain that possession. We're under a minute, though. 54.8 seconds left to go fourth quarter. 56-42.
New Holland has equipped farmers with the right technology for over a century and continues to provide smart innovations like our exclusive corn rower attachment for our CR Series Combine. We make certain you have all the tools to grow your bottom line while improving efficiency and productivity, allowing you to work smarter in order to spend more time with the ones you love. That's New Holland Smart. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
.8 seconds left to go in this one, folks. 56-42 is the lead. Cody-Kilgore in the double bonus the rest of the way. They've got the basketball. JT Adamson will inbound it for Cody-Kilgore. Gets it into, no, he doesn't get it in. That's Stoner he tried to get it into, and it's taken away. Here comes Jared Nelson. Nelson, corner, three-pointer, good! Ryan Schwarting. Ryan Schwarting with the three-pointer. It's now a single-digit lead. The lead has been cut to 9, 56-45 with 45 seconds left. Quick timeout called by the Mustangs. And if they can pull this one off, they are quite the magicians. They have trailed by as many as 21 points in this ball game. They've cut it back to 9 points with 45 seconds left to go. Mustangs with the timeout, trying to draw it up. They need to get some turnovers here. And they can be pretty aggressive. The Mustangs just have 5 team fouls, two fouls to go, Mustangs with 10 team fouls. So the Cowboys in the double bonus, so they would rather not foul, but they need to be aggressive, try and get a takeaway here on the inbounds, apply some pressure, and see if they can make something happen. They trail by 9, 56-45 with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Dawson Gord to inbound it for Cody-Kilgore. Now everything is square with the referees. We are ready to go. Dawson Gord. And he gets it in, and now back to Gord. Gord brings it up the floor. Schwarting trying to get the foul. They won't give it to him. And now finally, Schwarting will get the foul. 36 seconds left to go. Schwarting picks up his second, and it puts Dawson Gord at the line for 2 free throws. He's got 7 points on the afternoon. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. First free throw is good. Not what the Mustangs needed there. As now into the game comes Jordan Cady for Cody-Kilgore, along with Arvidas Henry back into the game as well. Dawson Gord's second free throw is also good. Pushes that lead back to, makes it a 13-point lead now, 58-45. Trace Bagan, his three-pointer in and out, won't go. Rebounded by Schmidt. Back to Dawson Gord, 23 seconds left to go. Gord just trying to stay out of trouble here. And now they're going to say that Morgan Holbert got him on the arm. Mustangs nearly had the takeaway there. Let's see. Actually, they gave that to Schwarting, and that is his third. And it puts Dawson Gord back at the line for 2 more free throws. 58-45 is the lead with 17.5 seconds left to go. And the Mustangs made a heck of a run at it here at the very end, but just couldn't quite get over the top as the first free throw by Gord is no good. And the second free throw is 59-45. Here comes Morgan Holbert. In the corner for Bagan, back to Nelson. Three-pointer, that's no good. They'll kick it out for Nelson. One more try from three-point land. That one's no good. There's Ryan Schwarting with the rebound. He'll step back and fire the three. That one is good. Ryan Schwarting for 3 more. And the game will end. Final score here from Cody-Kilgore. It is Cody-Kilgore 59, Gordon-Rushville 48. Stay tuned. We'll total up some final scoring totals for you, so don't go away. We will be right back. Actually, we'll keep it here and see if we can't get you some final totals. So give me just a minute to get this figured up. So let's take one quick look at the final scoring totals for first for the Mustangs here in the losing effort. Jared Nelson leading the way with 22 points. Ryan Schwarting with 18. 16 of those came in the second half. Corby Campbell with 7 and Rhett Conroy with 1. On the day, the Mustangs went 5 for 9 from the free throw line. For the Cowboys in the winning effort, a balanced scoring attack today. McKeon Jenkins with good work inside with 15 points. Dawson Gord and Casey Lamley each added 10. JT Adamson added 7. Clay Goodwin with 7. Dustin Gord with 6. And Jaden Schmidt with 2. From the line on the evening for the Cowboys, they went 10 for 24. Again, the final score, 59-48. In case you missed girls action from earlier today, the Mustangs with a resounding victory, and they came out on top 61-22. We'll be in action tomorrow afternoon, roughly 4 o'clock. Tune in, same place, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net, as the Mustangs host the rival Shadron Cardinals tomorrow afternoon. It'll be a good one, I guarantee it. Until then, this is Clint Anderson saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.